The wolf speaks tonight, the chill tingling my bones. My travels take me through the darkness, so far from the land that I call home. Yet travel I must upon this treacherous trail, where the night's visage, a scene escaped from the netherworld of hell. Darkened shadows, terrifying in the creeping fog, eerily cast, oh aye, this night will be forever long. But no help, no quarter, no mercy would come. Indeed, I could find myself scavenging, hiding from the morning sun. It would not do for the scravens to catch up with me too soon, and perhaps in answer, sparkling misty dew. I could not fault the beauty, a treat here rarely seen. This night was necessary. I carried a message for my king. Only once had I seen him, and then only from afar. In a coach and six he was riding, the window slightly ajar. He had come most quickly, hastily passing through. Only a few could boast of this sight, very, very few. A gust of wind swirling savagely, twisting trees, uprooting before my eyes, and a darkness befell the shadows, releasing the owl-screeching cries. I had no lantern for this task I overtook. Only thing I had was a silver chain, my clothes, and a thick sealed book. My skirt of sackcloth clung from the gust and settled between my thighs, yet I held tightly the book, lest it rode the wind in flight. It meant not the peril, the danger that I was sure to face. The mission was mine alone. I could not be replaced. Led the wolf, once alone now, joined by others, the howling in the night, lent to the feel that things were not quite right. Knowing their closeness and edging ever near, the moistness in my eyes told of unshed tear. Yet I carried on, knowing that I must, carrying documents so old and secret, covered heavily by a film of dust. It did not do me to wonder this book I held in my hand. I did what they told me, following their dictates and demands. A creaking behind me, a sway in the breeze, followed by a loud crack. A huge limb released from a massive oak tree, just inches from my back. A heartbeat behind, or perhaps 'twas a jump ahead. Taking deep breaths, for it could have struck me dead. Slow now, steady, I cautioned myself to calm. 'Tis much impatience and fidgeting that held the fear's alarm. Only a few steps more, I'd moved, the first drops fell upon the dew. A slight rain. No, it's much too soon. I should find shelter. The book should be protected at all cost. Would not take but one mistake, and a kingdom would be lost. Lady Luck smiled through the torrential downpour, for slipping through my rain-shed tears, I spied a garden door. Warily I approached, for I knew not what lay beyond. Would that there be human or monster that tortured the young preyed upon? High I held my head, one hand protected the sacred book, the other grasping the handles to turn. No, go back. Turn back, I secretly yearned. Caution, I tried so hard it would be much to my benefit. Slowly opened, I peeked inside and spied a candle already lit. I saw no one. Not a soul was near or around. Peace, total quietness, only the rain's intense sound. Dark yet light, the two seemed forever blend. On and on, a desolate scene, never having an end. Quiet, too quiet, but then broken by thunder's roar, and the wind's revenge as it slammed shut the garden door. Forward I eased, ever so softly lest I roused a foe, not knowing what lay ahead or the direction I should go. Then I was spiraling ever downward, spinning like a child's top, holding tightly to the book, praying that I should soon stop. No sign of a hole did I see, yet I knew of no other explanation. But what then would account for this new prickly sensation? My heart thundered loudly, the echo captured by my ears was a deadly wail, the root of all evil, the existence of all my fears. I stopped my tumble. Nay, I did not. Oh, what confusion fought within! But the choice was not mine. With a bone-shattering thud, it came to an end. The book! The book! I had held it so tightly before. Find it I must. The kingdom would be lost, and blood would pour. Eyes of fire flashed before me. Was a creature from beyond death. So close to me it was that I could feel its rinsed breath. A fearfulness took hold me. Not one, nor two, but more, lots more. And run I could not, for I had fallen through the earth's core. A boulder held fast me, before me, and I knew that I must get behind. An eerie wail, then another and another. They were invading my mind. I shook my head furiously. I must dispel their thoughts. Somehow they knew I was here, but I, knowing I must not be caught. And I began to crawl, with much pain given to me from the fall. Ah, surely there were broken bones, but my heart said, make no sound at all. The pain was nothing compared to their plans for me, for now I knew. I failed. The book was in their hands, and now they had me too. A heart-wrenching scream passed over my lips as skeletal fingers clawed my skin. Eyes all around shot their fiery flame, and with rotting flesh I had to contend. I felt I was being ripped apart, piece by piece, limb by limb, and oh, such pain! Knowing I must escape their clutches, but I could not let the book remain. I feel the flames as my soul is taken, and I hear the echo of its retreat. I scream. Never have I felt this ache, never such intensity in the burn. The feel can never be described, for the pain is much too real. But as my soul distanced itself from me, I no longer hurt. I ceased to feel. I had not become one of them and forgot my purpose. No longer was my mind on the book, my life, or the earth's surface. Just a mindless mass of human flesh joining the keeper's lost souls, yearning for nothing, no dreams, no hopes, nor any other goals. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing does, and I don't see why it should. Without a heart, without a soul, there's no life, nor anything good. What avenue of escape is the right choice for me? Perhaps there's none. If there is, it's an unknown shadow, and my miserable existence has only begun. Lightning crashed, thunder roared, and inside the earth we shook. A raging wind blew ancient dust, and my feet filled the book. Lifelessly my gaze stared, but before I could get away, a deep voice echoed the darkness, and I left it where it lay. This is my world, my darkness. In this hell you do not belong. Pick up that which you brought with you. Remember your life and be gone. I shook my head to clear it, as a fierce pain clawed my chest. As I picked up the book, it all came back, my life, my hope, my quest. Captured in a savage whirlwind, I was transported above ground. I was floating now, and with a gentle breeze, I was finally set down. The book I held tightly, and I inhaled a very deep breath, so fresh the smell, so very different from the underworld's death. I must hurry now, for I had no inkling of time that had passed. Instinct told me, though, that I had to make it fast. My fear was no longer the Scrabbins, but the keeper of time lost. I must get this book to my king, no matter what the cost. The wolves were gathering now. Aye, their hour was growing near. My pace picked up. Looking left and right, I felt an uncontrollable fear. No, I cried. I'd come too far and been through too much. But too late. They were upon me as I neared the castle's gate. I was surrounded. I could not move forward nor reverse. From the pages of the book flowed words to lift the wolf's curse. At one time, a knight he had been, the best in all the land. A curse was placed upon him by the witch of the Scrabbins' renegade band. Then all the wolves stood tall, his men that fought by his side. Each bowed before me. I never felt such selfish pride. Inside the castle the king honored me with much silver and gold, for the safety of the book and the story never told. The book was full of curses, spells, and many evil deeds, spoke of kingdoms and lives lost to murder and greed. In his possession the book would be safe, and no one would ever know that his kingdom had almost been lost by the ill wind's blow. Callie, oh Callie, do wake up, the king is coming through. Why, I thought you would be excited. I smiled to myself. She hadn't a clue. I'd met the king personally, my riches hidden so well, and someday I would use them, but for now to tell I cannot tell. I never knew Master Wolf's name, but he winked as he rode by. Then came the king in his carriage, and I let out a deep sigh. I'd been on a quest, almost lost my life, and journeyed through hell, but the sad thing was, there wasn't a soul I could tell. Cynthia Clark. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.